It's James here from goodguitarist.com, and today I want to show you a finger exercise that'll help you reach the notes when you're making chord shapes. It'll also increase the overall strength and accuracy of your fingers. It'll help you perfect your chord shapes, and when you learn new chord shapes, you'll be able to pick them up much quicker. It's also an excellent warm-up, and best of all, it's something that you can do in just a couple minutes a day. The whole point of this is that it's easy to remember. I can guarantee with almost 100% certainty, you're going to have this memorized within the next 5 minutes. And with all that said, let's get to it. We'll start out by taking our index finger and putting it on the D string. That's the third thickest string, and we can put it anywhere on the D string. I like to do it a little bit higher up the fretboard because the frets are smaller. It's a little bit easier to reach. So I'm going to do it up here at the 5th fret. My index is on the 5th fret of the D string. We're going to press that note, and my thumb is in a good spot. It's right behind my index, actually. You know, it's like I'm pinching the guitar. I'm going to pinch that note. Then I'm going to move my finger up to the G string, pinch that note, move it back, and then I'll move it towards the A string, and then I'll move it back. So all in all, I'll just do it all in order. I'm just doing a simple pattern where I go one way, I come back, and then I go the other way, and just going to the adjacent strings from the D string. We can pick that, so I can pick the D string as I press it, then I go up to the G string, and then I come back, I go back up a little bit more, and then I come back to where I started. And you can choose to pick this or not. Picking does add a little bit more of a challenge. If you're not ready for it, no big deal. You can just do it without picking, just focusing on placing your fingers. Anyways, the next step, we're going to leave our index down. Then we're going to put our middle finger on the 6th fret. So it's just 1 fret higher than our index. We press that fret. We press the G string at that same fret. We come back, and then we go to the A string, and then we come back. We could pick that, or we could do it just silently. It's great, especially if you want to practice late at night. You still want to get better at guitar and everybody else is asleep. Now, for the next one, we're going to leave our index and our middle down on the D string, 5th and 6th frets, and then we're going to get our ring finger on to the 7th fret. And this is where it might get a little hairy. You know, this is where that technique stuff has to come into play. For instance, having a proper posture, sitting up straight, having your shoulder back, taking your guitar and making sure the neck is tilted upward. You can do that just by adding a little bit more pressure with your strumming arm. You know, like I could let go of the guitar and I can just control it with my strumming arm, make it point up a little bit. That's going to make it a lot easier to reach that note. Think about where your elbow is, you know, your thumb position, and we get our ring finger down comfortably. We go up 1 string. We just follow the exact same pattern with our ring finger. And then we do that with our pinky. And the pinky is like optional, I'd say, but definitely worth doing because a lot of the good chord shapes do use it. And look at your pinky. It's so much smaller. It's like these 3 are like the 3 bros, and then your pinky is like the little cousin or something that just tags along, you know. So we got to give them a little bit of a workout. Make them a little bit stronger too, but definitely not something to struggle over. Eventually you will be ready to do it once you're good at these other 3 fingers. Now I'm going to do the whole thing in order as I would want you to do it. And at the end there, I had all my fingers down because I was doing that exercise, and I just pluck, remove, and then I stack them back up. So we're kind of combining this with another linear exercise that goes along a single string that I think is just a really good way to finish off this whole exercise. And that's the whole thing. You could be happy with that, or we could take it 1 step further and we could go a little bit further away from our starting point. So I'll demonstrate with my index. I'm going to start on the D string, same spot, but I'm going to go up to the B string, and then I'll come back down. I'm going to go all the way down to the E string, and and then back up. And then I have my index down, same thing with my middle finger. And then my ring finger. And obviously we're stretching further and further, right? So I don't expect you to just do this right away. You do the first variation, and then when you're ready, you can experiment and try to, stretch a little bit more. And then I would end it the same way. So that's it as far as the warm-up itself is concerned. Now I have a challenge for you. I challenge you to try this every day. It should take no more than 5 minutes. Do whichever variation you like, adding your pinky, adding the picking, wherever you're at. And, do this every day for a week. And then come back here and tell me in the comments if it has improved your ability to reach the notes when you're making chord shapes, and helped to make them a little bit clearer. And if it hasn't worked, I'd also like to know that too, so we can find out why and come up with some solutions. If you want to learn more guitar with me, the best way to do that is to simply subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, like the video. I appreciate your support for all of you who have done that already. And really quick, one last thing. I should let you know that I have a free crash course. It's completely free on my website. We learn all the fundamentals of guitar. It's a 2-week course, comes with a booklet. I'll put a link to that down below if you want to sign up and join me there. Otherwise, have a fun time practicing, and I'll see you soon.